Well, hey, kiddo.
Hi, Daddy.
Look at you. You go to school every day, you play sports ball in the evening, you're on the chess team, and you do all of your homework and chores. Hell, you even wake up at 5 a.m. just so you can pour my coffee for me in the morning. Kiddo, buckaroo. Well, guess what? It's your birthday. You're 16 now, and you know what that means.
What?
Well, you get to enjoy your sweet 16, of course. Look, I got you this rad car. Also, get a job by tomorrow, or you're gone. Good luck.
No, Daddy, no!
Hello, everyone. We are the star-fled Nobodies. My name is Chikodile.
And my name is Verquon.
We're going to talk about some pet peeves we have with jobs.
Specifically, the bad ones, and why most companies suck.
I guess we were lucky. Our parents didn't force us to get jobs right out the gate.
But every person has to work eventually, right? No one wants to be the guy that lives with their parents for the rest of their lives, right?
Okay, so I live in Indiana, near a town called Elkhart. If you didn't know, Elkhart is the RV capital of the world, and the whole economy revolves around these guys. There's a lot of industry here, and nearly all of it is related to RVs, at least to some degree. You can't walk 10 feet without running into some kind of factory. Literally, there are so many jobs here that you can get hired the same day you apply.
A few years ago, I moved from Pennsylvania to Indiana so that I could live with Chikodile. He's not wrong. I got a call to start at the place I was literally in the middle of applying for. It was that quick.
That's right. The locals even have a fun little phrase here. They call Elkhart the job hopper's paradise, which is what we are, job hoppers. What? I have no shame. We have cycled through a lot of jobs, and to get a job, you have to fill out what's called a job application. That's my first pet peeve. Job applications suck. The application wants to know every little detail about you, and I mean every detail. They want you to paint them a picture of your whole freaking life story from start to finish. Everywhere that you worked, everywhere that you've ever pooped, the quality of your internal organs. You have to tell them everything, and it is loaded with bogus questions like, at your last job, did you bow down to every person in upper management like they were gods? Will serving blah 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 company be your one and only goal for the rest of your life? Will you sacrifice your happiness to ensure blah 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 company makes more money?
It's kind of ridiculous to me how much these companies expect people to bend over backwards for them when they refuse to have the decency to pay a living wage. It reminds me a lot of my first job. Like I said, I lived in Pennsylvania before I moved in with Chikodile. There just isn't as much industry out there, so I had to find a job the only place I could, which was a local grocery store. It paid minimum wage, but they always bragged about how it was employee-owned, which means after you become full-time, part of your wages were put directly into purchasing company stock, but there was no way to opt out of it. I never saw that money. No one did.
And that's another pet peeve. Companies always lie. My first job, I signed up for a 40-hour work week, and in the interview they told me occasional overtime. Yeah, that's funny. I was lucky to work 40 hours minimum. And I get it, some people bank on having overtime every week because they can't live without the extra cash, but me, I don't give a crap about overtime. Yeah, it's more money, but you know, I actually have a life outside of work.
Time is precious. Do you really want to waste it working more than you have to?
And if you have to work overtime to survive, either you're in an unlucky position, and I'm sorry, I feel for you, or frankly, you need to get your priorities straight.
Yeah, don't sacrifice your health for the place you work at. These places, they don't care about your well-being at all. When winter came around, my grocery store job had me stationed in front of the exit door for every single shift throughout all of winter, all because there was some creep hanging out in the front lobby staring at people every day, making everyone uncomfortable. It was so cold, and since the uniform included a short-sleeve polo, I ended up getting pneumonia. I was bedridden for 2 weeks, and I still have asthma to this day.
Pet peeve number 3. Companies do not care about your health. Well, as long as you don't sue, that is. My first job was at a mattress factory. I started in July, and of course there was no AC in the building. My job was to load mattress toppers onto tractor trailers by hand. It wasn't necessarily a hard job, but it was very physical. We weren't allowed to get water unless it was break time, which was every 2 hours, and we weren't allowed to keep water out on the production floor because management wanted a clean and safe environment. Yeah, not letting your workers drink water in 90-degree weather is really freaking safe. They can't even trust us not to spill our drinks everywhere like we're toddlers, which leads into this next pet peeve.
Most jobs pay next to nothing, expect a lot from you, but have zero trust in you. Whenever I worked as a cashier, there were so many cameras pointed at the employee's side of the register that I felt like I was part of some sick experiment. Companies will have less trust in the people that they hire than the random customers that walk in the door. It's not like they don't have all your personal information and ran a background check before they even decided to hire you. So if you've got some kind of criminal record, good luck. You'd be lucky if they even let you clean the toilets.
Not to mention, if you are a veteran, these companies always lie on their applications. They say they love nothing more than to hire someone that served the country. What a load of crap. Veterans are the last people that they hire. The very people that fought for freedom in this country can't even get a job at a damn grocery store. It's supposed to be illegal to do that. These are equal opportunity employers after all.
Or they're supposed to be anyways, but they never are. Think about how many companies say they don't hire based on age, sexuality, or race, but that's exactly the criteria they hire on. Companies will tiptoe around the rules. They know exactly what kind of person they want working for them, but they can't say it outright. All the applications are worded so vaguely, you'll play a guessing game whenever you fill one out. Always, what do they want me to say? Never, what is the right thing to say?
Applications suck so bad they're going to count as not one, but 2 pet peeves. That doesn't even really make sense, but they are actually that awful, so strap in. Applications always give you the bare minimum descriptions about the company. You don't even know what the heck you're getting into half of the time. And these days, most applications are done online, and the websites are always just absolute junk. Nothing works, every page always times out, and you often lose all of your progress.
And resumes are just a waste of time on these sites. You upload one and it doesn't even matter. You have to fill it all out manually anyways.
And it baffles me. You companies need employees just as bad as I need a job. We need each other in equal measure. Why can't the process be more streamlined and user-friendly? Why do we have to go the extra mile and waste hours of our time just on the off chance that we might be hired? Your business wouldn't exist without us. You companies get that, right?
Companies suck. They act like they don't want to hire you, they won't trust you, and they couldn't care less about you. You're just another face to them, another cog in the corporate machine. They'll use you until you break, and then replace you with the cheapest new face they can find.
They expect you to throw everything you have, everything that you are, into their goal. They pretend like they care about you, the individual, but they don't. They care about their bottom line, their budget, their profit, never about the people that make it all happen. Honestly, I don't know how people do it. I don't know how we do it. Working a job you hate is like putting on a mask that you have to wear every day. Every day you have to pretend like you're someone that you're not. It's draining. It's exhausting.
Look, we just went through a worldwide pandemic. We were called heroes. If we're heroes, then why are we the ones who aren't even making enough to survive?
If you're struggling to swallow your first job, I promise, it doesn't get any better. Sure, you can work your way up the ladder and eke out a decent living, but it's not worth your own happiness.
Do something that you love. Do what makes you happy.
Don't pull a 9-to-5 just because society says it's the right thing to do.
Find a way to work for yourself, because if you don't, you may live to regret it.
Well, I think that about does it. I'm Chikodile.
And I'm Verquon.
We are disgruntled, we are disillusioned, we are the star-fled nobodies.
Have a good one, and thanks for watching.